Hello there. Welcome to another talk. This talk is called Chinese Balls Meditation, Mindfulness Meditation, and Alignment with Your Higher Self. Now, I don't always say it, but I say this a lot, that if you're new to my stuff, my website, I had an unexpected spiritual awakening just under 10 years ago, 34 this year, so 24 I was when I had it. And then I went through a series of awakenings. And one of the early things that happened to me was meditation. That was one of the first things. I started to think of nothing. And I'd never done meditation before, didn't know why I was thinking of nothing all the time. And then I discovered it was already a meditation that existed, and that led me to other meditation. But it started from the awakening. And the spiritual awakening happened when I just sat down one day and had enough of everything up to that point. And it was the first time I'd ever been authentic. And it was so deep that it manifested what is known as a spiritual awakening. If you hear any squeaky noises, I've got two mum cats. They've both had kittens lately, so one of them's quite noisy. She communicates with her kittens on a noisy way. You can probably hear it. And the two cats that have given birth are one's a daughter as well. But moving on into what I'm talking about. Chinese balls meditation, Oh, and just before I dive into that, I've been disabled from Facebook. I just thought I would add that on there. I've been completely disabled from Facebook. I don't know if I can't get on there. You might be able to still see the account, but Facebook disabled me. And they disabled me because I put a post up saying, follow your heart and intuition. Right? So that tells you what they are. I said to Mum yesterday, I said, I know what they are now. They are the dark forces. That was too much for them. Me saying, follow your heart and intuition was too much for them to take. It was a quote by Steve Jobs. The inventor of Apple. The reason why Facebook are in a job is because of him. He was the real computer guy, not Bill Psycho Gates. But I'm not going to talk about Bill Gates or any of these people. But yeah, if you want to know why I can't get back to any messages or anything because they completely disabled me. So that the fact that I didn't mention anything about COVID-19, I just said, follow your heart and intuition. It was a quote by Steve Jobs. So that tells you the fact that they couldn't handle that. And they said, because Steve Jobs is a dangerous individual. That's what they said to me. So, when actually, no, he's not at all. He was a guy that lived from his heart. And, but yeah, that's the way it is, because they're scared of the awakening, you see. The thing they're scared of the most is us tapping into our within power, meditation. What is meditation? It's the higher self. The real forces at the top are terrified of this. That's what they're really frightened of. This whole COVID thing it's all to do with stopping the awakening. That's what it's all to do with. My mum said to me yesterday, she said, you're too calm. Most people getting kicked off Facebook would be going crazy. Well, no. I've got a website. And also, I'm not going to allow an external situation to thingy me like that. I suppose you don't know how you're going to react to a situation till it happens, and I don't let any external situation bother me. But this meditation thing, Chinese ball meditation, that we all have life force energy in us, and that when you do Chinese ball meditation, it frees up, because we get blockages in our being, and Chinese ball meditation is good for that. And mindfulness meditation, I do that all the time. And meditation is just alignment with your higher self. That's all it is. It's that's what it is. It's absolute alignment with your higher self. That's what meditation is. When you sit and meditate, that's it. There's a higher self, and the higher self. There's two versions of you. There's the self on this planet, the human self, but then there's another version of you that, when you die, there's another version of you that is very still, very calm. You know, because this was an experience, a soul journey. And that's why, I mean, mindfulness meditation, I do that all the time. But meditation in itself is you're contacting the higher self. But that's what they're really frightened of. You know, I might get kicked off of YouTube, I don't know. You know, there's a guy that I watch on YouTube, he channels all these different gods, and he got kicked off, or he didn't get kicked off, but he got a lot of his videos taken down. Because what they're really frightened of is people awakening. For like yesterday, me getting kicked off of Facebook for saying follow your heart and intuition, because that's what they're scared of the most. That tells you what it is. And meditation and inner work is the biggest threat to them. You see? And that's why the most important thing to focus on is things like meditation and inner work and shadow work and inner healing, stuff like that. And that's how you go on your awakening, and that's the biggest threat to them. Right? That's the biggest threat. That's why they want you to be distracted with all this COVID stuff. Because they don't want us, we shouldn't really be talking about that. What we should be talking about is inner healing, meditation, mindfulness meditation, and all that stuff that aligns us with our higher self. Right? Which aligns us with Gaia, which is God. Which is a female feminine power that we all have within us, and we all connect via the heart chakra. I got a new pendulum yesterday, and I've taught it to do something. My mum's worked with a pendulum, but she never done this before. And you can actually, you know, check where your chakras need healing. I just thought I would add that on. And if it's a little circle, then it needs healing. But if it goes the opposite direction, but that is the most important thing to focus on, is meditation. I do all different types of meditation. There's never a moment when I'm not doing some form of meditation. Because like I say, that aligns you with who you truly are. That's why we're here. We're here to go through bad things and then awaken from it. That's why the experiences are not easy. Right? That's why you came here. You didn't come here to moan about your bad experiences, but you came to almost like transcend from it into something better and unique. And so yeah, that's what happened to me. So if anyone, you know, at least you know now that I've been disabled from Facebook for saying follow your heart and intuition. Now that tells you the kind of forces that we're dealing with. But we created that forces as well. Remember, everything comes from within us. That's the thing. We are just a field of consciousness, and within ourselves we create that consciousness. And what's happening just now is there's a thing where the Americans call it the Great Awakening. And that's where the spiritual awakenings happen to all different people since around 2012. And like I said before, like, we're aligning with who we truly are. Because it's time, everything happens in perfect divine timing as well. And so all we really need to do is do this inner work. Listen to, the heart chakra. Start connecting with that, the true eternal I. Not the physical experience, but within your heart is the connection to the true eternal self. Right, this self that you're experiencing dies at some stage, but there's an eternal I. And that is the higher self, and that's why meditation, all different types of meditation, is so important. And also, like herbal sedatives and essential oils as well. They help you vibrate higher. Medicines, herbal medicines and stuff like that. And they all interlink and work with your meditations and enhance it. You see? And then you find that you've got more energy. Like the last couple of days, like a few days ago, and been going through this ecstasy feeling in my body. It reminds, when I was about 17, I took the drug MDMA, and it reminds me on that feeling. Very, very similar, in fact. And that's because what is MDMA? Well, it's when someone takes MDMA, ecstasy, they're heart based. So all someone has to do is be heart based. We are programmed to be away from that. Right? That's why I put a post yesterday on Facebook. I said, follow your heart and intuition. But that's the biggest threat, you see? We don't want that. But the reason they don't want it is because we've created a certain type of consciousness. A distorted consciousness. A duality consciousness. And the awakening is happening, but all the stuff that's actually happened and is happening will actually make us stronger as we ascend and awaken. That's why it's there. You see, there's a point to everything. It's not there for no reason. You see, it's all like a film, it's like a movie. That's what Jim Carrey says. He had a spiritual awakening. He says we're just characters. But when you return to source, you become you realize that you're the producer, you're the actor, you're the creator of the movie. And you become in this meditation state all the time, Like I've said before many times, I'll keep on saying it. That's what we need to do. That should be the focus. This COVID stuff is just a distraction from what's within us, right? And so stop being distracted from this stuff. I haven't had a cold since this all began. And that's because I take vitamins and supplements and nootropics and all different kind of stuff, medicines, and not just that, but because there's no magic pill. The pills can help your physical body, but it's your awareness. If you're in dis-ease, that creates disease. You need to put yourself in a state of harmony all the time. I just follow that. Follow where the pleasure is. You see? We are programmed to be in a state of dis-ease to create disease. Because this satanic, demonic energy feeds off that type of energy. But the satanic energy, everything is one infinite energy field, so we create it. So it's all about realizing that, and that's what's happening. Everything's returning to divine essence and divine source. And all is within you. And within is how you align with your higher self. And when you start working within, you start becoming meditation itself. Whether it's inner body meditation, whatever. But I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates, talks, news, research, songs as well, please do visit my website and check my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.